What up? It's time for another fantastic Friday 5. All right, so for today's Fantastic Friday 5, take a little more serious turn because this past weekend was the 20th anniversary of 9/11, and I saw a lot of great tributes. I'm slowly working my way through a National Geographic documentary about it. I wanted to share where I was and what happened for me. It was a Monday morning. I had to wake up early for marching band. I had to be at school by 6 a.m. Barf. And I woke up to get to school at 5:46 a.m. I only lived 6 blocks from school, so I can make it pretty fast. And Arizona time, that time of year, is 3 hours behind Eastern time. So I woke up at the same time in the same minute as the first plane hitting the first tower. The TV wasn't on, radio wasn't on at my house, just had to get up. I only lived 6 blocks from school. So I got up, threw on some clothes, grabbed my bag, and headed to school. When I got there, another one of our drumline guys came in and said, "Hey, there was this plane that hit a building in New York City." And I instantly pictured like a small little propeller plane just hitting a building. And I'm like, oh, that's terrible. I hope not a lot of people were hurt. Man, that's terrible. So we all go out, do our marching practice, come back in. Most of us have band first hour, so we throw down our stuff, we go in the back, we get changed, put on deodorant because we smell bad. And when I came out from changing and getting ready for school, the band director had a TV on a cart in the middle of the room, and he's watching it. And I walked and stood next to him with some other students who were watching, and I just saw the New York City skyline with a bunch of billowing smoke right there on the harbor. And I said, "Mr. G, what is that?" And he said, "That used to be the World Trade Center." And we all just stood there and watched the coverage and watched the replays of the airliners flying into the building and the collapse. And the principal actually came on the intercom over the whole school and asked us not to have our TVs on and wanted us to try and focus on school. Luckily, just about all the teachers ignored him. In every class that day, we all had multiple discussions and talking about what was happening and what does terrorism mean. There was a little bit of work that was done as far as like catching up on assignments and did you do this? Okay, cool. Let's talk about what happened in New York City. And yeah, just watch everything unfold from there. I made sure to go to the gas station early that next morning, and I grabbed a copy of the Arizona Republic from September 12th with the front page and everything, and I still have it wrapped in cellophane in my closet because I knew this would be, I didn't know right away, but certainly in the days that followed, I realized this is my generation's Pearl Harbor. This is traumatic, horrific, life-changing for everyone, not just in our country, but really on a global scale. So that's what happened. It's hard. There was a post made by Carlos Whitaker at LosWit, if you follow him on Twitter or Instagram. And he made a really good post that he shared on Instagram that I shared in my story. So I encourage you to go follow him, read that post. It's powerful. It shows how there are several things that have gotten in the way of our humanity in these last 20 years. And we need to be able to put those aside and find good, deep connection with each other, which, if I'm not mistaken, is pretty much what Jesus commanded us to do with the greatest commandment and the Great Commission. That's today's Friday 5. Next week, I'm going to have a funny story that resulted from some of the safety implications that they installed after 9/11 as an attempt to try and lighten what happened in the aftermath of all that. But yeah, it involves red lights and army guards, and you don't want to miss that. That's all for today. We'll see you back here on Tuesday for the next episode, and next Friday for the next Fantastic Friday 5. That's all. Happy weekend.